Namaskar and good morning and very warm welcome to the Frank Thakurdas Memorial Lecture Series number 2, organized by Law Polity, Department of Political Science, Kirodimal College, University of Delhi. It's indeed a great pleasure and also privilege to have with us Ambassador Ashok Sajjanhar and Professor Sinderpal Singh Ji from Nanyang Technology University, Singapore, to discuss with us on this very, very important topic of reimagining India's role in the world. As it is being said that the unipolar moment is over and the multipolarity is the reigning trend that is defining the interstate relations in the 21st century. The world order is rapidly mutating and is marked by this tectonic shift of power from the west to the east, from the north to the south. And the so-called global south is no longer this rhetorical construct, but an all too real hub of economic vibrancy, innovation, enterprise, and go-do spirit. In this context, the foreign policy making and branding of India is inherently a very, very dynamic process and is often determined by geopolitical, geostrategic, and geoeconomic realities. It is also an outcome or result of civilizational history, culture, identity, internal social contradictions and conflicts, and power politics at play. While there is a kind of growing consensus on the continuing waning of the USA's power and its influence over the world, India and China, on the other hand, have been marked by many observers as re-emerging key entities setting the course for the new Asian century. As a rising power, foreign policy makers in India have to make this big substantial changes in the old style, as well as also in the substance or the core of the foreign policy is also needing some change in order to cope with the evolving challenges or realities of the global world order. India's international positioning had for long been sort of characterized as strategic autonomy and shifting democratic configurations, shifting domestic configurations and complexities. However, with the contour of the multipolar world polity, the rise of China's threat at the border, the checkered past with Pakistan, Indian diplomacy and foreign policy makers have been taking this sharp U-turns and bold steps forward in recent years, particularly since the Modi regime. The popular trend in the international arena over the last decade indicates this emergence of popularly elected conservative leadership style, capable of making very tough decision and initiating hard action. There is some consensus from some quarters of the disappearance of what is known as a consensus building approaches in the international arena by the democracies. However, there is yet no substantial or robust indication of the waning of the popular support for this need for effective, strong leadership as we enter into the era of muscular political leaders who symbolize this renewed focus on populism and nationalism. Overall, we can say the discernible trend is towards autarky and also nationalism and some bit of populism. So the current phase is also, characterized by this hardcore, realistic approach in international relations. In India, with the landslide victory of BJP in 2014 elections and also the subsequent repeat in 2019, Indian politics under Prime Minister Modi envisaged this new India with Make in India policy and now Atmanirbhar, Skill India, smart cities, digital India, all these projects signal a move away from this reactive state building projects towards a very, very opulent and optimistic drive towards modernization, confidence, self-reliance, and achievement of international respect and legitimacy. Today, the global order is far, far, different from what it was, say, 50 years or even 2 decades back. And India of 2021 has the aspiration of becoming this key global power with the ability to project its cloud far beyond the borders through wider, global engagements, and also this mutual respect and engagement with the neighborhood nations. And India is also sort of aiming to become a rule maker rather than just merely being the rule taker in the international space. India has this, 20 million strong diaspora comprising of NRIs, persons of Indian origin, spread all over the world. And one of the major aims of Modi government has been to engage them and derive this maximum benefits from their presence abroad and build brand India globally. So as a part of the ideational restructuring of India, what is urgently required apart from competent state craftsmanship is the adoption of prudent policies, pursuit of realistically achievable objectives, and above all, the demonstration of the continuity of the policy, irrespective of the changes in the nature of administration. So as India, looks ahead in 2021, External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar, in his book, has put it, succinctly, I would say. The book title is The India Way, Strategies for an Uncertain World. And he sums up the Indian foreign policy goals in the age of disruption. And I quote here, and he says that many friends, few foes, great goodwill, more influence, that must be achieved through the Indian way. I unquote here. So to discuss and to decode this new brand of India, to understand what are some of the basic and the long-term drivers of the new India, what is India's strategy to achieve those goals? What should be India doing? We are indeed privileged to have among us Ambassador Ashok Sajjanhar-ji and Dr. Sithinbal-ji. Ambassador Ashok Sajjanhar-ji has worked for the Indian foreign policy for almost 3 decades. He was an ambassador of India to Kazakhstan, Sweden, Latvia, and has worked in the diplomatic position in Washington, Brussels, Moscow, Geneva, Tehran, Dhaka, and Bangkok. He negotiated for India in the Uruguay round of multilateral trade negotiation for India, EU, and India, ASEAN, and India, Thailand free trade agreements. He's worked as a head of the National Foundation for Communal Harmony. He's currently the president of the Institute of Global Studies in New Delhi. And Ambassador Sajjanhar-ji writes on and speaks on issues relating to international relations and Indian foreign policy. So I cordially invite and thank Ambassador Sajjanhar to be with us today. Our second speaker is Professor Sindhpal Singh Ji. He is a senior fellow and coordinator of the South Asia program at the S. Rajanathan School of International Studies, Nanyang International University, Singapore. His research interests of South Asia include, in international relations of South Asia, with special focus on the Indian foreign policy. Before joining the RSIS, Sindhpal Singh Ji was a senior research fellow at the Institute of South Asian Studies, National University of Singapore, and a postdoctoral research fellow at the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences at the National University of Singapore. He's published widely on the topics related to Indian foreign policy and the geopolitics of Indian Ocean region. So I thank and also invite Professor Sindhapal ji to share his views on this topic with all of us. So over to the panel discussions now. Thank you very much.